Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video review for Falling Skies, the Season 2 premiere, Season 2, Episode 1, and it was kind of two episodes in one for the premiere. We got to see two episodes last night, so I'll be breaking them up, though. This one I'll do Episode 1, and then the next one I'll do Episode 2, Season 2. So, Season 2, Episode 1 is called Worlds Apart, and pretty much we start off the beginning getting to see Tom returning after his, trip, so to speak, to the alien spacecraft, which I thought it was kind of a weird situation in the last episode of Season 1 where he kind of agrees to go on the ship. It just, I don't know, something about that probably could have been done better. Maybe, I don't know, it's just something about that could have been, done a little better. Like maybe had Tom leave the car and Weaver hide in the car or something, and then had the aliens like stun Tom, and then take him aboard instead of him willingly going aboard, because it just it didn't make sense to me that he would be willing to do that. But anyway, regardless, we'll let it slide, whatever. So he does that. We get to see the scene, sort of a flashback of him going into the ship. Then we find out we're pretty much resuming the story 3 months afterwards, after he had gone on the ship and everything that happened to him there. And we then get to see a pretty cool fight scene where you've got Pope on the motorcycle coming through, being chased by a mech and a bunch of skitters. And, just a pretty cool fight scene where you've got Weaver there and everybody's just blowing them apart and everything. And then, of course, Ben kind of, we saw this in the trailer, too, for Season 2 before. He's shooting, he can't stop shooting because he's so freaked out or whatever because of what they did to him. He hates them that much. He gets out, uses his knife, comes up and knifes the one, which is a pretty cool scene. And then, of course, you see Tom just standing there, which we didn't see in the trailer. At least I don't think we did, which was just kind of weird that he was just there. It was like, whoa, where did he come from? He's just there. Later on in the episode, of course, we get to see him, his journey to that spot, which is cool, with that zombie girl. I think of her as like a zombie girl because she looks like a zombie, and she's got like braces, and she's really ugly, and she's all dirty and stuff, and so that was cool. And the scene where we get to see Tom find that jacket, I thought that was really weird because it's like the jacket looks exactly like the character from Terminator Salvation, the infiltration unit, who's played by the guy who also plays Perseus in Clash of the Titans. I forget his name exactly, but when he returns, he's got this like jacket on that's really long, and it's got like the red band on it on the side of one of the sleeves to symbolize I think it's the Resistance. I think so. So, I thought it was weird that they had Tom wear like the exact same thing. Maybe that was just kind of like an Easter egg, so to speak, for guys that have are big into sci-fi and have seen Terminator Salvation and know about the infiltration unit in that, and sort of just kind of foreshadowing to us, like the guys who know about that, that Tom has been let go now. So, will he be sort of, foreshadowing that infiltration unit type thing to go back to the militia group and sort of be the one to rat them out type thing, or not really rat them out, but just whatever they did to him on the ship would change him in such a way that the aliens would then know where the group is positioned, and, maybe some kind of like satellite tracking device, any of this kind of stuff. So that was all cool. Of course, in the second episode, which we'll get into in a bit, we kind of find out, how that was going, at least some of it. I mean, there could be more stuff they put in him and that kind of stuff coming up in the future. I thought all the flashback scenes to the ship was really cool, getting to see inside the ship and see, the taller ones sitting or at least one taller one sitting in his chair type thing. And you've got that like glowing, I don't know what you call it, like energy or something, some part of the ship above where he's sitting. The taller ones freak me out the most, by far. I mean, the skitters are weird, but the taller ones really freak me out because they're just, I don't know, they're just so lanky, and they got like weird, they're not like, they're sort of like half reptile and half fish type thing. And, probably one of the coolest scenes is in the first season where the taller alien looks in the peak hole when they're in that. So I think it's in like episode 7, 8, or 9, somewhere around there. I think it's 8, yeah. And it looks through the peak hole and it kind of sees them like all weird like that. That's a pretty freaky scene. This show can be scary too sometimes. I think that they try to keep it reasonable, because they could go full blown, like horror with this type of story. They really could. You know, him being taken aboard and all that stuff. They could go full blown if they wanted to, but you know, they kind of, I think they keep it at a good balance so that most people can watch it, enjoy it, be a little freaked out, but not like to the point where they're absolutely like, you know, just like, oh my God, I can't watch this. This is so crazy. There was a scene in the second episode I'll talk about in my next review when I do the second episode that I literally couldn't watch. I cringed at it. It was just gross. So anyway, yeah, I thought another cool part was where you see Tom. He's burning the money. He finds this, like, you know, big thing full of hundreds, was it? And he just grabs it and uses it as burns it, uses it as like firewood type stuff to feed the fire. So that was all. That was all really cool stuff. Let's see, what else was there? So yeah, another thing that I think is kind of interesting is, you know, I was kind of thinking in the first season, like, how are they gonna communicate? Like, in order to build the plot, how are they gonna have the aliens, like the taller ones, or not really the skitters, but you know, the taller ones, because they seem to be the ones in charge, communicate with the people to sort of add another layer to it, so it's not just like a firefight, like, you know, one-dimensional, you know, fighting between skitters and humans. I like that they've added on all these extra, you know, things like having the aliens use people to speak to, you know, the other characters, and that kind of that's kind of freaky too, you know. At the same time, like when Tom was on the ship and the taller aliens using Hal's girlfriend, I forget her name, to talk. Is it Margaret? To talk to Tom. That was just really cool and kind of like a freaky scene too. And then of course my favorite part is when he grabs the alien prod, so to speak, and shocks the shit out of the taller one before, you know, getting taken down by the skitter. So that was all lots of fun. Let's see. So while he's gone, while Tom's gone, Hal, you know, sort of takes position as a second in command, which I thought was kind of weird because I was like, you know, yeah, he's his son and stuff, but there, yeah, I'm sure there would have been guys, you know, that probably would be older, would be better suited for second in command than Hal would be. I don't know, and I don't really like Hal. I don't think it's the actor's fault who plays him, but his lines, I think his lines just really suck. He's just, you know, like your snotty nosed, you know, teenager type guy who keeps calling Tom old man, his dad old man. I don't know, there's just something about him. I don't like his face either. I don't like his face. You know, he's all like, I don't know. I just don't like him. I don't like him. Don't like his face. So anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on Hal. Pope's Harley gets blown up. So, and also on the ship, the aliens ask Hal, or sorry, ask Tom to lead his people to the neutral zone. He refuses, and then we get the scene where he's kind of looking at the taller alien, and they're kind of like, they come real close. So that was cool too. A lot of fun. Let's see, and then of course. Tom comes back. He just gets back. They start to take care of him. Ben feels guilty because he was the one who friendly fire shot his dad. But you know, when you see him come up behind it, that he had killed the skitter from behind. You know, there's no way that Ben would have been able to see him, so shot him through. It just, you know, it was kind of cool. So that was all good. Let's see. And of course, he wakes up. And really good scene at the end of Tom waking up, and Pope is right about the tracking thing. So, you know, really cool episode. I think that probably the best part about the season premiere is we got 2 episodes. So this was the first episode. I thought it was really going to give it an 8 out of 10 overall. I thought it was a fun episode, a lot of fun. Cool way to bring it back after the you know, after the season finale. And you know, I think it's good that you have Tom back, because I don't know, I like Tom as a character. I think with not having him there, if they did some episodes without him, it'd be a little weird. So I think that's cool. Anyway, I'll stop it here for this one, and then I will continue with Falling Skies Season 2, Episode 2 right after this. Once it's up, I'll put a link. It should be up soon. I'll put a link for it here, and you guys can click it to go watch that review. So yeah, later guys.